Hey everybody, I want to tell you about Wix.com. Wix makes it easy to put together professional websites. And if you go to NoDisrespectPodcast.com, click the link at the bottom of the page, you're going to get 10% off. All right, roll the highlight clip.
Yeah. Mike, you know what I think it's time for?
What's it time for, Justin?
Bad cop, bad cop.
Yes.
There we go.
Ralph, this is we're very segment heavy here.
I see that. Your mustache fits perfectly over your mustache.
It's a mustache on mustache situation.
I noticed that you noticed that.
I noticed.
Very observant. We usually we've had a nice back and forth. We enjoy having you on the podcast. We like you personally very much. But
I like you.
Now we go to bad cop, bad cop. We turn up the heat a little bit. This is more of an interrogation. So just answer the questions. Let's be as honest as possible. And
okay.
There won't be any problem.
We don't need a problem, right?
We don't need a fucking problem.
Just answer your question.
We don't
be a tough guy.
I'm definitely not a tough guy.
Here we go. Ralph, as the CEO of Gas Digital, which has given you the most pleasure? Trampling women's rights or bankrupting the creek in the cave?
Trampling women's rights.
You enjoy it?
I enjoy it.
You take pleasure in it?
I take a lot of pleasure in it. I like because I do believe men are better than women in every aspect.
I disagree with that statement, but I just...
I disagree with it too, but women aren't people, Ralph?
Barely?
Barely people.
Barely?
They're walking around.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing.
But you don't value their opinions.
It's surprising that they can.
Shannon, I disagree with this.
It's surprising they could find the front door in the morning to get out.
I'm shocked.
Do women have smaller brains, yes or no?
100%. I'm surprised that you guys disagree with this.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked by all of your statements.
Very shocked.
Next question. Ralph, you're a New Yorker.
Native.
And you date Eastern European women.
All true.
What's worse, getting stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic or getting stuck in a ring of human traffic? I'm sure you've encountered both. What's your thoughts?
I have encountered both.
Yes.
Do you know that there was a girl once who legitimately thought I was trying to human traffic her, a Russian girl that literally left. We were saw a movie, and I wanted to stay for the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
And somehow she thought I was holding her there to be abducted into human trafficking.
But really, you just wanted to see who the gaffer was.
I just wanted to see who the guy. It was a Marvel movie. I was staying for the fucking dumb, after credit scene.
Where were you watching the movie? A warehouse in Brooklyn?
Yeah, and I was here in the city. To this day, I never spoke to her again. She left the fucking movie theater, accused me of trying to get her into a fucking a sex ring. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
I never spoke to her again. But so I would say that, Jesus Christ, sorry guys, that was very disrespectful.
No. You're a CEO. You're getting calls.
Yeah, I try to make things happen. I should have it on silent.
You could put it on the chair over there. That way it doesn't.
Do that. That's smart. You're a smart man.
Well,
so I would go that it's better to be in bumper to bumper traffic.
Yeah, that has never frustrated you as a New Yorker?
No, because I never drive. I try to scooter everywhere, bikes and walks. I try to do that.
Even before the city bike thing was big?
I have a bike. I bike everywhere. Wow. I've always biked everywhere. I prefer it. It's easier to get around.
Wow.
Do you guys not bike?
I bike constantly.
Do you not bike in the
I don't
city?
believe in it.
Really? Why not?
No. I believe in walking. Okay, I'm just old school that way.
Big man.
Justin, take this guy down.
Ralph.
Take the CEO down. Do it for all of us.
You're such a tall Jew. Does your height help you spot discounts?
It does. It does. Yes, it does. You know what drives me crazy?
Do you like a discount?
I do love a discount. I can't buy anything without trying to haggle.
Really?
I fucking haggle all the time.
You're a good guy at a flea market.
Yeah, all the time. I would try and get deals at regular stores too. Can I tell you what's driving me crazy right now, guys?
What?
Yes.
I told our staff for 2 weeks to fix that fucking raceway right there that's off the fucking ceiling.
Yeah?
2 weeks, I've told them.
This is driving you crazy?
Driving me fucking crazy.
Can we talk about it after the podcast?
Sorry.
Did someone lose their job after that?
Someone's going to lose their job.
His name rhymes with Schmadam.
Get him, Justin.
Okay. Ralph, you are such a tall Jew. The first time I saw you, I thought it was one short Jew standing on top of another short Jew in a trench coat. How are you growing the Gas Digital Network?
How are you growing the network?
Bringing on great talent such as the No Disrespect podcast.
Yes.
That is a great answer.
That's a great answer.
That is a great answer.
But what about the app? Is every show going to have their app? Or is it
one app with all the shows.
All the shows.
Yeah.
You access all the shows. So we're going to have to compete with part of the problem, which has the big studio.
Yeah.
They can't hear us in there. They're all the way on the opposite end.
He did hear. I think he did hear because Brian turned around when he said it.
Yeah. They're going to hear from our fans because they will attack.
Might get this guy.
I'm for big government, not for small government now.
Totally agree. Go. Get him, get him, get him.
Ralph, how did you start Gas Digital? Were you bitten by a Puerto Rican rattlesnake?
Unbelievable.
According to all the fans of Skankfest, yes, I was. It's all because of that. Why does your mustache look upside down now?
Mine's upside down?
I think it's perfect.
It's a psychological trick. Just answer the fucking question, Ralph.
Yes, I was.
How did you meet the Puerto Rican rattlesnake?
Through Big J Okerson.
Through Big J. Was that at a barbecue?
It was on Shiprocked.
Oh, was it at...
He brought Lewis to open for him.
Oh, you met the rattlesnake at sea.
At sea. And then I did Legion of Skanks back when they were a very small show. I did it. I judged their dance contest. Do you remember when they did that? Jay and Lewis?
Yeah, I do remember that.
I judged their dance, and that's when I met him. Yeah, a long time ago.
He's trying to get me on his side.
He is trying to get you on the side.
I got this.
My volume went down.
I got this. Ralph, you don't have a nickname.
Frankenstein.
Let's think of some. That's not good. Ready?
Frankenstein, but you want a Puerto Rican rattlesnake is a great nickname.
So how about this?
Yeah, but he gave it to himself.
Yeah,
he gave it to himself. We're going to name you.
Okay,
Ready?
it's much
Here we
better.
go. Here are your options.
I got a few options. Jewish mongoose, Hebrew skyscraper, podcast Bigfoot, all of a sudden, wailing wall of sexy.
What was it here? I think I like.
What do you like?
What do you like?
I think I like the Hebrew skyscraper. It's a little tongue twister, but
Guess
I do
what?
like it.
You just named the episode.
All right.
Hebrew skyscraper.
Hebrew
I
skyscraper.
did want to name my son Oliver if I ever had a kid, because Oliver Sutton, like all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Oh, should I call Bianca? Let her know?
Yeah, she might. She might
let
right
you
now.
know.
She might let me know.
you know because no condom.
Shannon, you got to give it to him on that one.
Mike Vecchione.
I think I'm really good looking.
Put that on your app.
Next question, Ralph.
Don't you mean Hebrew skyscraper?
Hebrew skyscraper.
Hebrew skyscraper.
Why did you name your company Gas Digital? Because everyone who works here farts in public? Is that why?
That is originally why.
Yeah.
You know, what's funny is that the first stupid idea was Lars for Lewis and Ralph Studio. And then it was, Gas, Gomez, and Sutton, because SAG doesn't make any sense.
Right.
And then we said Gas for Gomez and Sutton. We said, you could do shit like high-octane entertainment.
Right.
And, fuel up with comedy, whatever the fucking shit is.
It.
So it just allowed for good branding.
This podcast right now, being a part of it, seeing how it's going, would you say that it's 87, 89, or 91?
Those are my three
premium?
options?
Yeah, is it premium? Is it mid-level, or is it regular?
I would say I love all the production you guys put into your show, and I love all the prep work you guys. So I'm going 91.
91.
Yes.
Yeah. You just filled our tanks with a lot of self-confidence is what you just did.
Wow, that was a triple slap.
It's always 3.
Was it always 3?
Yeah. Mike Vecchione. Mike's so funny.
Okay. That's nice.
I don't have. It only goes up.
Let's move it
Justin
forward.
Silver.
We don't want
There
to
you go.
get to...
That's 4, but Justin.
We don't
Silver.
want to. We don't
let
want to
him
lie.
taking over. Mike,
still
go again.
confrontational.
Go again. You got another one, Mikey.
Ralph,
No, Hebrew skyscraper.
skyscraper.
Come on now.
it doesn't sound as good. I have to use your Hebrew name, which is not a Hebrew name, by the way. How did you get the name Ralph? That doesn't sound
My Syrian grandfather.
Syrian.
Half Syrian.
Wow, that's upsetting.
Yeah.
Things you learn. Go.
Ralph, you are single. Would you ever consider getting married at Skankfest? You and your life partner could flash skank hands and then throw piss on each other. Is that a way? Would you ever consider that?
Throwing piss on my significant other?
Yeah, as a form of bond.
a way of
to bond the union.
commemorating the bond.
Yeah, to seal the union. Instead of a kiss is so basic.
True.
You know, you can't have that at Skankfest.
I would say
throw piss on each other.
If I was dating a girl that was willing to do that, that's probably the girl you want to marry.
It's a good point, Ralph.
Yes.
That's a girl that understands the concept of the comedy. But I will never do skank hands in my life.
No,
You
won't
never
do
done
skank hands?
skank
I
hands?
can't do it.
Why?
I'm not calling anybody doggy.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be real ass anything.
Right.
And I won't do skank hands. Shannon, have you ever done skank hands in your life? Be honest.
He's interrogating Shannon.
I don't think I have. I definitely did not during Skankfest.
I feel like, Mike, you've never done skank hands.
No, I've never done skank hands.
Justin, I believe, probably has done skank hands.
Twice.
Two times?
Twice. I remember when I did them. Okay, here we go. Hebrew skyscraper.
No, we got to stay consistent.
Sorry about that. Ralph. You are Shannon's boss. Could you order her to get into a relationship where she doesn't need visitation rights?
I would love to. Although there's something very interesting to see how it pans out. If she actually meets this guy and he kills her, it's a fucking great story.
So knowing Shannon is kind of like watching a movie?
Yeah, it's an amazing story. Although I've heard she's no longer into that guy. But
Shannon is the Black Mirror of this podcast. Thank you, Shannon.
You know that on SDR, we all wrote letters to prisoners to see if we can get them to fall in love with us.
Really?
Yeah, I wrote one to a girl, and Harrington, who's no longer on the network, I think, wrote one. And Jay wouldn't do it, but I did one, and Harrington did.
To a woman in prison?
A woman in prison. We went on the same website where Shannon found the guy that she was into.
What's it called?
Meetinmate.com.
That one.
You can meet women there?
The girl I wrote was fucking hot.
Really?
Yeah.
As we were scrolling through them, a lot of guys in here became very interested in the page.
Yeah. And we made Harrington write to a woman whose name was Shaquandaland.
Shaquandaland?
And she was a double murderer.
Wow.
And that's the letter he wrote to.
And she responded.
Shaquandaland.
Yep.
Shaquandaland responded.
Shaquandawan.
Say it again.
Shaquandawan.
Shannon, what's the name?
Shaquandaland.
Shaquandalan. Okay, this is throwing off our investigation.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Focus on Ralph.
I'm sorry.
You're the fucking suspect.
Yeah, Ralph.
You don't apologize.
You're very charming.
I should apologize as a suspect.
You just I'm sorry.
Throwing off the investigation.
Fucking.
Here we go. No. Not right now. Damn it. Come on, Justin. Justin, this question is going to break him. Watch.
It's not a very bad cop to start crying, but okay.
We're emotional cops.
Emotional cop is better. Bad cop, emotional cop?
It's the height thing.
Justin, no. Justin, I have this last question. This one's going to kill him.
This one's going to break me?
This one is going to break him.
Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Ralph. SDR is a very powerful show about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I want you to say each word of your podcast, and I will counter it with the NDP way of life. Now, Shannon, I'm going to have to give you a production note here. When Ralph says each name of his podcast, cut to him. And then I'm going to counter it, so then you're going to need to cut to me.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yep.
Is it on me?
Okay, here we go. Ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
Sex.
Emotional connection.
Drugs.
Nutrition.
Rock and roll.
Stillness.
Oh, the NDP way of life.
Be water, my friend.
That's really good.
Stillness?
Yeah.
That's
Stillness. That's how you find peace.
That was Bad Cop, Ralph.
Bad cop, bad
I
cop.
appreciate it.
All right. Wow, you really held up on the pressure, Ralph. That was
It wasn't easy. I'm sweating.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm definitely sweating.
You're sweating because you're freaking out about the
I felt like
piping.
we got the answers that we needed, though, out of them.